This is what a bad week in business looks like for us. But anyways, Seller 8, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. I don't know what time of the day you're watching this or listening to this, but it's your boy Salim, JTM Salim from movementsound.org. Again, that's movementsound.org. Make sure you head to the website, join the mailing list so we can stay connected, all right? And you can stay up to date bi-weekly or weekly. You can get all the links to my social media platforms, YouTube channels, and everything else that you need. Also, join our membership program. If you join, I believe it's $7 a month. You get access to exclusive music, exclusive content, discounts on any products or services that we have on the site, and you get access to our monthly giveaway where we choose 3 winners every month. Okay, 3 winners. One person wins a cash giveaway. The other 2 people win gift cards to whatever restaurant or store that they please or desire. You can also head to the website and listen to the music, right? Listen to the music for free or download it for whatever price that you want it to be. That's going to be at movementsound.org. Again, that's movementsound.org. Okay? How did we get here? So, I believe we took a load to New York. That load was paying somewhere around $4,000, okay? Well, it wasn't a bad load. We delivered the load, right? And we didn't think about it, but that load cost us the following week, right? Because the week that we took the load to New York, I believe we grossed 7,000. So we definitely walked away with some good money, right? But it cost us the following week. You're probably thinking like, what do you mean, bro? So we learned that going to New York is going to be a slow market, right? It means not much is coming out. A lot may be going in to New York, right? A lot may be being delivered to New York, but many is not coming out, right? A lot is not coming out. It was a slow market. So because it was our first time, right, we did not ask for a empty move or a relocation bonus. The good thing about the relocation bonus or the empty move is it is 100% yours, right? Especially if you are signed to a company, right? Right, when the equipment is not yours, we're basically renting the equipment. So it's a good thing when you can get those 100% things as yours, right? So we set. Yeah. Well, if I did me, I'm telling you, we set. We probably set for 2 days. 2 days. And when we're not moving, right? We're not moving and grooving. We ain't making no money. We're not making no money. I call, I'm like, yo, we just delivered, and we're trying to see if we can get another load. They're like, we're still looking for it, we'll let you know. Nah, I bet. Time just keeps going, keep going. Before you know it, we done fell asleep. It's the next day. Same thing again. I'm telling you, we set for 2 days, bro. And then we finally got a load to get out of there. Right? We got a load to get out of there. What load was that? Zay, what load was that when we got out of New York? Like, where did we go? From New York, it was to Memphis? Hold on. It was New York to Yeah, when they were trying to just get something to get out of there. So it was New York to Tennessee just to get out of there, right? A backhaul. How much was that paying, that backhaul? Probably not that much. Let me see here. $2,450. Yeah, New York to Tennessee, $2,450. It sounds great, but it's not. Right? No. Let's see what's going on here. yeah, this was once we got out of there and we did that load to Tennessee. It looks like we went from New York to Tennessee. Let's see here. Yep. Where you at? Vehicles out by West New York, Tennessee. Yeah, and then from there we went from Mississippi to Texas. So we did 2 loads that whole week. And another thing that made it even worse, right? We set for 2 days. We only did 2 loads that week that were not paying that well, to be honest, right? One 2,000, another one 1,000. We were having like, I won't call it a panic attack, but kinda. We're driving, and it's damn near. It feels like the gas is gonna go out. If it wasn't for cruise control, or lie, the fuel that they were giving us to get the job done, it always felt like it wasn't. It almost felt like it wasn't enough. We were making it to the deliveries on red or damn near about to be on red, right? About to run out of fuel. Imagine parking, right? A semi and your fuel's on red. I mean, I think you do after doing research and testing it out. You definitely have 100 miles to go before it actually goes out on you. But bro, it's nerve wracking, bro. I ain't gonna lie to you. And because we only did those 2 loads, we grossed $3,000 after expenses. We only walked away with probably like $900 that week. That was awful. And then we went from, I think, yeah, we went from, let's see, it was New York to Tennessee. Then we went from Mississippi to San Antonio, Texas, right? Texas. And then we went back to Tennessee to Utah. Utah was pretty cool. We paid five bands, right? And then we came from Utah to PA, another 5 bands. It was pretty good, right? Pretty good. So we're like, okay. And then we get another offer for Tennessee to. So yeah, we dropped off in PA, right? We get an offer for us to drive to Tennessee and come back to Pennsylvania, paying $4,241.88. We're like, bet we're gonna take it, we just had a bad week. We only walked away with $900, but then, we picked up. We got 2 good loads, and then we're like, all right, bet. Like this week we're on right now. We take that load that was supposed to pick up from Tennessee, right, and head over back to PA. Unfortunately, we weren't able to make it. We used $500 to get from PA to Kentucky. And then while we were in Kentucky, a problem that we should have stopped and fixed caused what is happening today. It's almost like a gift in disguise, honestly. But that whole time that we were driving, our thermal went out. Not went out, but it wasn't blowing out AC. It was blowing out air. We were like, we should get this fixed, but like, nah, we're gonna get it fixed after after we take off, actually, in September. While we were in Louisville, we had the truck running, for AC, right? We were gonna leave I think we got to Louisville on a Friday, right? We chilled for Saturday. That Saturday night, we left the truck running. Drained, by the time we woke up, the battery was drained, right? And it wouldn't start anymore. It doesn't start. Everything dark, no AC, nothing. Like, all the power gone. We call love. I'm calling my company. It's 1 a.m. in the morning. I'm calling the company that we're leasing the truck from. Nobody picks up after hours. 1 a.m. in the morning. We're like, all right, bet we're just going to wait until they all come into the office, which is 8 o'clock. We call 8 o'clock. Luckily, they call, I already called Love. Love said they were on the way. I updated them. And then we were able to get a hotel. Shout out to the company for making it happen, right? First day. Love comes out. He jumps, I think we open the hood, he jumps it, and then boom, it starts up. He says, man, if it started up that quick, it might not be a battery problem. You might have another issue, a starter issue or something. I'm like, sure, I guess. He said, hey, leave it on for an hour, and after that, you should be good. Leave it on for an hour. Turn it off, turn it back on, everything's smooth. We head to the hotel. It's a Saturday, right? We head to the hotel. Oh, I had canceled the load, by the way. So we used $500 to come from PA to Kentucky, so then we could head over to Tennessee to pick up, but we couldn't do it because the truck died. And I think it was on a Sunday or Saturday, one of those. Whenever it died, it was early in the morning. I made sure we got rid of the load, we would move off of it so somebody else could recover it and take care of it. So we're now down $500 for gas, right? So that's probably gonna come out of the check. Anyway, after Love does that, we head to the hotel. We sleep. We're thinking, all right, we're gonna wake up Sunday, take it to the Thermal King, so that way we can get our AC that's in the back when the truck is off. Usually that AC works when the truck is off, right? So we can go get that fixed. Since we're off the load, we just got the battery jumped. We're gonna go ahead and just take care of everything that the truck needs and everything that we need right now, right? We wake up Sunday, we head to the truck, try to turn it on, doesn't turn on. And now I'm calling the company. I'm like, yo, we're gonna need another night at the hotel, and the truck's still not turning on. Some people in the company wasn't taking it very well. There was a guy, he sounded very upset. He's like, why did y'all call it? Why did y'all jump the truck? Now we gotta pay for 2 jumps. Shoot, man, I had to make a decision. You weren't there. Shoot, it was 1 a.m. in the morning. What you want me to do? Anyway, we got to get Love to come out again. I made sure I did all the talking, right? And I updated the companies. 3, 4, 5 hours later. Not to even let you know, the first time Love came, it took 6 hours. Second time Love came, it probably took another 5, maybe 6 hours again. Love comes. He actually tests the batteries, all 4 of them. 3 out of 4 of them were bad. So he said, I'm gonna call your company, see what they want to do, and then we're gonna see if they want to change everything out or just the 3 that's bad. Luckily, we changed all 4 batteries. Truck was up and running again. After that, the thermal place was closing at 5. I gave her, I think it was like 4:30, 4:30, maybe even 4:40. I gave the thermal company a call. I'm like, yo, we're trying to drop off the truck. I talked to you earlier today. Is there any way you can tell somebody to stay back so that way we can come and drop it off? And then she's like, I can't really promise anybody. I can't make nobody stay, but give it a try. Mind you, we don't have fuel. We're almost out of fuel. Let's just say that. We probably have 100 miles before it turns red, and we're on the last 100 miles before it actually cuts off and dies, right? My wife's like, what you mean? Give it a try. We could just do it tomorrow. I'm like, nah, let's go now. She said, give it a try. Let's give it a try. So we were racing. All right, we're trying to make it there. Now, if you're in Louisville, I-65 is closed, so we had to go all the way to the Free Bridge, right? I think it's the white one, by the west. We went through there. By the time we made it, it was 5:11. We're thinking they're probably closed. I hop out the car. I'm ringing the doorbell. I'm about to call the number. I'm like, yo, luckily 2 people were still there. So we were able to drop off the truck. Um, it took a while to try to extend the room, but we got it extended. Shout out to the company. They did it last minute, but at least they got it done right. So now we're here. We have yet to get a phone call from Thermal, the company was supposed to be fixing the AC. So we're just chilling, man. We're right here, Barcelona, Castile. We looks like we're gonna probably be off for a week. Now we're debating if we're gonna even take a week off in September, but we'll see. And we're hoping that this check that's coming in, it's gonna be, it's gonna make us happy for the a week or two that we're not gonna be working and making any money, right? Because we did gross $10,000, you know. So we'll see what it looks like after all expenses. That's for the video for today. The lesson I learned, I would say, is be prepared for a breakdown. Make sure you have money put to the side for maintenance. And when there's something that needs to be fixed, just get it fixed, right? And you can take this in life and anything for real. Like, have a rainy day fun, man. Be prepared for the storm. It won't always rain forever, right? The sun doesn't shine forever or for a long time. But the rain doesn't rain. It doesn't rain forever either. But when it does, you want to be prepared. Casti. But yeah, that's the video for the day. I love you and I appreciate y'all. Thank you guys for watching and staying tuned. It looks like we're at 548 subscribers. Let's get to 1,000. New video every week. I did go to the studio too. While I was off, I actually went to the studio. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. I went to the studio. I knocked out 3 songs. I'm probably gonna put them on the website for the members. You'll be able to hear those songs as well. They're supposed to be coming out on the new album that I'm working on. So yeah, ever since I started running a 6-figure business, make it a hyena, this man changed. But that's not the truth. I just didn't have a place to share my thoughts, and that's why you can only hear these conversations right here on Salim Talks. I'm gonna see you on the next one. Goodbye.